The Nittany Lions will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Tate. Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. The snap sets up to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, create some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Pulls it in, it's Saunders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Once he got some room, it was over.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Makes the grab, it's Smith.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quarterback making checks. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second half.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Ncaa. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spike belly stutter.
Motion from the back. Quick handoff. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Peoples. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Right midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. The screen, and watch out. Open space at the 25. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Jenkins. Pulls it in, it's Denmark. At the 45, on his way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun, running back gets to give. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. With the catch, it's Saunders. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that's...
Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Ncaa. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Porter. And they're able to get him on the ground. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down. They can still stop the clock. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Firing to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Martin. Gets away from one. He's got space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Denmark. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to back to throw, time running short in the half. Working the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Good, right down the boulevard. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sends the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Man, I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Looking for a gap. It's Martin. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the quarterback. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback. It's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that. Flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Got him downfield. He's loose. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Graham. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Rushes on him. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Motion from the wideout. Toss to the left. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Ready to try the point after. the kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board.
28.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with it.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Ncaa. This time it's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Grab near the marker. It's Porter. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They just keep firing. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Second down.
Going to swing it on second down. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside and making the big tackle.
Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Using his feet. Oh, better look out. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I tell you what, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. It seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah,
it's a seam wide open. He's up, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen. It's personally ever worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air, it's Ncaa. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw again. Deep shot for the end zone. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is
going to throw it over the top of the deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Man, he just continues to be on fire at the quarterback spot, continues to chew up yards over 100, over 200, over 300. Now we're over 450. Have yourself a day, young man.
Working on the right. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Snags it. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Line gets set, first down. The offense changing the play. From the gun. Pocket breaking down. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving.
momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There is plenty of time here, David, to finish this thing off. They just need to execute wisely.
Plenty of time. I've got to understand a field goal is not the worst thing in the world. Let's be smart here. Use the clock, stay aggressive, but don't get reckless, Paul.
And don't be afraid to go back to the well. What's been working for you in offense up to this point? Don't be afraid to go out and try and execute those plays here.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. The sure hands, it's Peoples. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in an empty set. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Looking for a huge play. Snatches it on the right. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They strike first here in overtime.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And they did tack on the extra point. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. It's Tate. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy,
Touchdown, Buckeyes! They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
When that field shrinks, you've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to, let them make plays, make it look like run. All the big boys on the field, slip that tight end out, find him, they'll do the rest.
No interest in another overtime. They'll go for 2 and the win. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a 2-point conversion. They got it, the 2-point conversion, and it's a game winner.
You know, David, coaches are always preaching mental toughness, and at this juncture of the game, you need one play to get it done in the offense to win.
Man, all this time, all the energy, all the effort to get to that one singular play. Offense versus defense for a 2-point conversion, and the offense comes through with the win.